Alrighty, hello everyone and welcome to a very bright and sunny day in Belgium. It is time for Jesus Christ, we're already round 13 of the NEF1 season here around Spa in Belgium. The longest circuit on the calendar, one of the slowest lap times on the calendar, and in my opinion one of the worst circuits on the calendar. However, I'm sure basically everyone does not agree with me. Holman driving up a Rouge and Radion there. As we can see, Matty Adam heading out on circuit quickly as well. Just wants to get straight out there after the disappointment that would have been last week, losing the win of the race with a very fine margin in the end. Tiger Octave out on circuit as well for his first home Grand Prix in NEF1. We wish him the best of luck in the resurgent Alpine team that we are hoping to see involved in a fight up front. They are closing in on Aston Martin. However, thankfully for Aston Martin, Djokovic is back in action. Can he provide that little bit of an upswing that they are going to be needing over the second course of this season? Shall wait and see. Tiger Octave, then, we wish him the best of luck for his own Grand Prix. Luna serving a qualifying ban from the previous round is why she's out of qualifying already. We'll see her for the Grand Prix starting last. However, that could prove to be an advantage here. Turn 1 usually throwing up a little bit of chaos every now and again. Starting in P20, you're basically guaranteed to stay clear of any of that and then start picking your way through the field in this mandatory 2-stop race. Everyone then will have to make 2 pit stops in total at a circuit that is guaranteed to be dry as well. So this opens up the strategic options just that little bit at a circuit where tire degradation is not really a massive thing. Even though you have fast and flowing corners, not too many heavy acceleration zones, which means you don't light up the rear tires quite as bad as you would a circuit like Bahrain, for example, which could prove beneficial to, well, basically everyone. So the strategy battle, it's always going to be a 2-stopper, but we'll see if those soft tires potentially on using qualifying perhaps actually get used in the Grand Prix a little bit. We usually don't see them out at all, but this could prove to be an interesting one. Are we going to have an interruption of a safety car? Well, it is never too far away here, especially through Rouge and Radion. If someone is to drop it through there, it's basically a guarantee of a safety car. Yellow flags through bus stop. That is, I was going to say Squidge. It's not Squidge. It's one of the McLarens, looking like one of the red dots over there on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. The reason why I say it was Squidge, only he'll know why I'm referencing him as regards to yellow flags in the bus stop chicane. We'll leave that be for the time being. We might just pick up on it if we make some mistake going into there at some point during this event. I'm sure we can just bring up those little memories for him once or twice tonight. Holman then goes a little bit too wide into the final couple of corners in Sector 2, and that is going to compromise his lap massively. It's a long lap, it's a long time to recover, but a mistake like that is going to see you down a couple of positions, as I appear to have gotten a reaction from Squidge 2017 chat, telling me to stay quiet in polite terms. Also to Squidge, you know I won't when it comes to you. Here we go then. It is a 1:43.3 for Holman. Fastest time of the session so far. We expect to see that be pretty quickly though, with a clean lap going through Sector 2. Here comes the hometown boy, Tiger Octave. What is he going to be able to do? Through the bus stop, nice and calmly, using the brakes to actually slow down for the corner. Doesn't run wide, and goes up to P2, 43.1, and Matty goes P1, 42.2. That's a decent lap indeed. Season top of the timetable. Squidge has not come out of the pit lane yet. We'll see when he does. So, Kit W41 in the Ferrari as well, along Luke's Hall in the Racing Bulls. See what they are able to place their respective cars, as Ray has been able to go second fastest, 42.4. Ray, right now, the driver leading that best of the rest battle in P4 in the championship as well, if I'm not mistaken. 1980s Wildcat, difficult early beginning to the season's first NEF1 season as well, as Mr. Wilco goes P2. Hello there, 42.283. Wildcat then with a difficult start to his NEF1 tenure, 2 points I believe so far. However, this is a race that opens up a couple of opportunities if you can get a decent qualifying position as well. Wildcat though, 44.3, and the struggles continue a little bit for the Williams. Wigan, the only driver slower at the moment, on a 44.7. Tess goes quickest by almost half a second on a 41.749, and Squidge, save us from a domination weekend, please, and deliver. Make sure to brake before you go into the bus stop chicane, or gain you lap time. A33 BT van goes round the first corner of sector 3. And on medium tires goes A33 BT up into the 43.6, so take about a second off that on a set of softs, and it's about a Ray Halo time you would assume on a set of soft tires. So that's a decent lap from BT. However, I don't really understand why he's gone on mediums there to start the run. Apparently Matty didn't have a good ERS run that lap, so we'll wait and see how much time you can recover by using that battery properly. As here is Squidge 2017 then, coming around the first corner. Kid is coming up to the final corner. And I've already made that that bus stop chicane joke a couple too many times now, so I think it's time to stop that before at least start of the race. Let's keep it calm and keep the material original. As Kick gets his slow down nicely and goes into the pit lane. Oh well, it is what it is. As Squidge goes 30.4 for the first sector. I don't know whether that's good or not. Assume, just keeping in mind it is the reigning NEF1 champion, you would assume it is pretty decent. Heading into Puon then, and is it going to be flat? Not quite, but no braking input, just a shift down. So then, Squidge 2017 coming up to the infamous bus stop chicane. What kind of time is he going to be able to do? Noah's been able to do a 41.892, challenging Tess. Nicely slowed down, nice on the turn in. The exit's a bit tricky, but it's a nice line from Nathan. Sorry, Squidge. Squidge. And going 141.764. For a very decent time there. Not quite on Tess's level, but just a couple of thousandths behind. A33 BT van is again on medium tires. He's improving by 0.3 seconds. I guess it's working for him. It's a bit of a Lightning McQueen situation. It doesn't seem to be working for anyone, but it seems to be working for him. So I guess at this point you just keep on doing what you're doing until your tires blow up and you lose everything on the final couple of meters worth of running. As for a BT's case, we hope that's not the case. As Big Boss in chat just goes hyping things up a little bit, cheering on Matty Adam here this evening. Matty, who's currently on an outlap and an a BT that is abandoning his lap due to track limit violations. So then, Matty, round the bus stop chicane, and now ready to start his second run. 8 minutes to go in this session, 8:30 to be precise. Coming up to turn 1, late on the brakes, a little bit squealy there as well. But decent on the exit and a decent run down to Radion Rouge. So then a couple of people yet to set a time is Recon, Luxol, and Kit. The aforementioned is still in the pit lane, not currently out on circuit. As the McLaren upcoming van, what kind of a sector time is he going to get? He's improving by 0.4 seconds so far. If he can keep any sort of improvement up through sector 2 or 3, he is bound for pole position at the moment. 0.4 seconds in the first sector alone is very impressive considering it only consists of a straight. So well done, Matty Adam. Let's continue watching this lap with interest, and Mr. Wilco as well is coming up on that famous straight. If he can improve by a couple of times over second as well, he is really putting the pressure on Noah, Squidge and Tess out front. Matt will be coming up to that Sector 2 split in just a little bit of time. So then Matty, 5/10 of a second. He's improving by Mr. Wilco, not improving in the first sector at all. He's down 3/10 of a second instead. Not a great effort from Mr. Wilco there, who must have had some kind of a problem going up a rouge, potentially? Don't really see where you gain or where you'd lose that kind of time. Matty, remember to brake for the last chicane. That's very, very late on the brake. Slightly uphill that braking zone is going to help as well. And Matty goes P1 by a 10th of a second. They're about 141.678 from Matty Adam at a circuit where he has won the Drivers' Championship back in Season 2. It's a long time ago now, but this is the track where he got the job done. One of the most dominant NEF1 title displays in history. Up there with maybe one of the Djokovic titles as well. I can't quite remember which one it would have been. There's a couple to choose from. But Matty definitely up there, and a driver who in Season 2 could have won the Constructors' Championship alone. He did a Max Verstappen in Red Bull, basically. So very, very impressive season from him on the 10th anniversary of that season now in Season 11. Recon 21, Lucas Hall and Kit then, all without times. Recon's not going to be saving time on this occasion. He's coming into the pit lane with 5:50 to go. As for Lucas Hall, what's he going to be able to do? Poise to set a time quite soon, or you're going to have slight issues into that final run with that added pressure. You want to get a banker in, but then coming into the pits with about 4 minutes to go, it'll be for Lucas Hall. He'll be able to do another run without any issues. Lucas Hall then is going to be a 1:45.1, only good enough for P17, slowest on the field, as Tess improved up to 1:41.5. Wicked and Matty by almost 2/10 of a second, and a man who is poised to be an NEF1 champion once again, second ever two-time champion. He is delivering every single week in, week out right now. SSR Halo's delivering as well on the level we haven't really seen from him in qualifying so far. He is up into P6 right now on a 1:42.1. Hats off to SSR Halo. And this is going to be interesting then. A33 BT, who is yet to show himself on a decent set of tyres. Now, soft tyres, getting very squealy out of the final corner. But surely now, built up a little bit of confidence on those mediums, go quick on the softs, using a lot of that rumble strip on the outside, especially that elevated curve as well. Flat through a Rouge and Radion, you kind of shift down. Well, these guys don't apparently. I shift down going up Radion for whatever reason. Just gives you slightly better revs and that bit of an extra push going down the final or going down the first straight. ABT though has not had a good start to the lap and it's up 9/10. He's not using any battery though, which is probably why. So for him this lap would probably be about tyre preservation and maybe actually getting back into the pits to pick up a new set of tyres. 4 minutes to go, so you might just have the time to pull that off. A 1980s Wildcat has been able to put a decent lap in a 43.499. Good enough for P12. Challenging Mackers and I was for the top 10, but not quite. As for the hometown boy, he's sitting in P9 at the moment on a 43 flat, just a bit off both Holman, and then there's quite a big gap up to Ray on a 42.4. SSR Halo going slow through the third sector as a Ferrari's coming up to the scene. That is Kit then, who's poised to set a decent lap next time out. So we're going to have one shot at this. So, Tess, Matty, Adam and Squidge all in the pit lane with 3 minutes to go. As I say that, Squidge is coming out of the pit lane, very, very strategically placed potentially, because he's going to be able to give his teammate a right little bit of a slipstream down the Kemmel straight. So this could be interesting. See now, you see Squidge up, Radion and a Rouge potentially. Now, let's see what kind of a tow the Ferraris can deploy. Kit, not having set a time yet, however, right now his teammate is nice, picking up a little bit of speed. The other Ferrari is going to dive right out of the way and give his teammate a lovely bit of a tow. And Kit has responded by going a little bit deep into the first set of corners after the straight. It's not ideal, but it is recoverable. Right now, he is aiming for a top 10 here. Ahead of Mackers, ahead of Iwas is doable. It is very, very much doable. Not brilliant in terms of lap time, and a very, very big field spread here today, which is to be expected around a circuit like this, where margins are exaggerated a little bit by the very, very long track length. So with 2 minutes to go then, we are still on board with Kid. 111, 112, 113, 14, 15 through the second sector. I don't know as for reference time whether that's good or not, what kind of time he's looking for. So we'll just have to wait and see. 2 minutes ago in this qualifying session, Mackers and Djokovic are out on laps. Everyone else is running in one big train, basically, and there's cars all over the circuit. This is going to get messy at the end of qualifying here as Kit goes P11 with that lap on a 43.234. That is a very good effort from Kit. Places him well inside the midfield and in the conversation for points here today. Good effort that from Kit. Mackers is improving, worth keeping in mind. Squitch has just started his bid for pole position, his final lap of this session. Mackers then going to follow him across the line here. Djokovic has had a disappointing qualifying session so far, 43.7. See what he's going to be able to improve as Mackers goes P8, improved by half a second. Djokovic just started his final lap as well. It means it's going to be tricky to ride on board with him because we got to cover the battle for pole position, separated by about 3 tenths of a second at the moment. Tess, Matty and Squidge. Noah might just be a little bit too far back, 4 tenths behind Tess at the moment. Squidge 2017 through the second sector now. That's a run through the 90-degree left-hander down into Puon. And hell if that isn't flat going into that corner. You just need a little bit of downforce to make that possible. Looking at about a 1:13.5 probably for the second sector in order to have a bit of pole position, you would imagine. And a 1:13.7, so I wasn't too far off. He's improved by 2.5 tenths of a second, putting the pressure van on Tess and Matty Adam. Matty, who's going up the Camel Straight right now, is coming up to the detection point. He's matching his previous best. Tess, what is he going to be able to do around there? He's not improving at all right now, is Tess. Down by half a tenth of a second. Squidge has been able to get it slowed down for the bus stop chicane, and he goes fastest by 2 tenths of a second, sorry. And he puts the pressure on both Tess and Matty Adam. Matty will be first out of these bunch to come across the line. What is going on next then? We have the Aston Martins of Noah and Djokovic both coming across the line. Djokovic seemingly maybe getting his line wrong. Noah not improving. Where does Djokovic go? He does improve up to P9, so that is good news for a returning Djokovic then, at least inside the top 10. He'll be open for more for the Grand Prix though. But here comes Matty. I don't know if you got a glimpse of the sector time. I did not. We have Ray 25 and coming up quickly afterwards, and this is Sauber who has had a problem around Blanchimont. Ooh, that's a little bit deep into the bus stop chicane for Matty. Got to get straight on the power coming out of here. No battery left. Is it going to be good enough? No, it is not. Matty stays third fastest. Is Tess going to be able to recover this into a pole position? No, he can't. Squidge just snaps pole position away at the final moment of the session. SR Halo goes P4 ahead of Noah. His best qualifying effort to date. Looking down further, we have a BT on those soft tires in P8. Ray wasn't able to improve past P7. Mack is in 9th, Holman in 10th. Djokovic drops down to just outside the top 10 in P11. He's starting slap bang in the midfield. Tough qualifying for him. Octave in his own qualifying would have been open for more, but it does place him right in the thick of it, where he does seem to enjoy himself. Iwatts P13, followed by Kit in 14th, Wingen in 15th, followed by Wildcat, Darren, Recon, Lucasol and Luna without a time, and we'll see her for the Grand Prix. But 22 laps is coming up around this particular circuit. It's a very, very long race to undertake. I got about 40 overtaking zones around this Grand Prix. So anything can still happen, but right now Squidge 2017 with the advantage. Is it an advantage coming down the Camel Straight in the first lap? Which we'll wait and see. That is one hell of a qualifying lap. Season 9 Nathan from Tester, just as intimidation for what is about to come. The onslaught from Tess. Let it begin. We'll be back in a couple of minutes' time for full coverage of the Belgian Grand Prix. Don't go anywhere. Stay here. We'll be right back with you. Alright everyone, the ready up has been given. We are set to go within the next couple of moments. Before we do so, my pristine idea is to look at the Drivers and Constructors Championship. So let's do that for a quick moment. And as we can see, Tess with a significant advantage there in the Drivers' Championship. Closely battling are Squidge and Matty Adam behind, separated by 3 points at the moment. Advantage Squidge here today and in the championship as a whole. Very, very close battle then in the midfield. Ray, Luna, Noah, Mackers and Iwat separated by 16 points in total. Then a bit of a downfall to Holman and Djokovic, but a close battle nevertheless. Constructors' Championship wise, it is close between Red Bull and McLaren. They are battling here today as well, along with Scuderia Ferrari, a little bit detached perhaps in P3. Alpine and Sauber though are catching up to Aston Martin in P4. It's a close battle between Alpine, Sauber and Mercedes, separated by 14 points there, as you can see as well. So we'll keep an eye on that little battle. What we're keeping an eye on right now though is this. Squidge 2017 and Tess have history around this particular circuit that I don't think either of them have forgotten about. Tess just taunting Squidge a little bit before the race there, saying remember season 9, as in reference to what happened on the final lap, I believe. Squidge 2017 season 9 going into the bus stop chicane. Possible race strategies: it says 1 stop, which will not be allowed. It'll have to be a mandatory 2 stop, in which case the game suggests starting on the soft tires, going medium, and Noah is obliging by that, by the look of things, starting on those softs. A couple of people doing the same. It is A33 BT, Mackers, Djokovic and Kit all starting soft tires. Darren, the outlier, starting on hards. Bit curious starting on hards in a mandatory 2-stop race. We'll see. Maybe just getting rid of those early and go medium to the end. They should be able to make 11 laps. So it could be an idea just getting fresh running in. However, you'll want to benefit off that DRS, or losing that could see you down a lot in terms of lap time. Welcome Luna to this event as well, having served that qualifying ban, now all in the clear for an incident with Darren Style last week out in Hungary. Now on the chase from P20 on the grid. Luna with a breakout season this time out in NEF1. What can she do from P20 on the field then? Shall wait and see, but what a season she is having overall. Squidge, Tess and Matty then, the usual protagonists out in front. Accommodations to SSR Halo as well for a very, very good qualifying position. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. His first race battling right at the sharp end potentially, with a bit of luck. We'll wait and see. But the Belgian Grand Prix is coming up. 22 laps, less than usual, but a longer race than usual. This is going to be very, very interesting, and I can't wait for it. Here we go, as everyone is lining it up on the grid. That's a weird angle for Ray W25. Very, very much pointing towards each other as well are the championship contenders, Squidge and Tess, as you can see. One pointing inside, one pointing outside. So here we go then. 5 red lights have been enabled, and his lights on, away we go. Tess with a decent getaway, just getting covered off there by Squidge. Matty's going to be able to find his way around the outside of Tess, who covers him off. Squidge just locks up a little bit in the Aston Martin down the inside of Matty Adam, but not able to make it by Tess. Right round the outside though, after turn 1 of the Ferrari, and Tess is into the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. Squidge 2017, what is he going to be able to do? Coming up, Rouge and Radion, is he going to be able to follow through and reclaim that position that he lost so early on in this Grand Prix? Side by side going into the first proper braking zone of this circuit. No is the answer to that, and Tess stays ahead. Matty just covering off Noah there at the back as well, and Halo dropping down 1 position. Relatively undramatic start in terms of any major incidents. Tiger Octave, decent getaway, 3 positions, and Wigan, bad getaway, along with Darren Stahl. Both the Hasses down 3 positions respectively. Luna up 5. She has had a very, very good getaway indeed. But Tess leads the Belgian Grand Prix event from Squidge and Matty Adam. Noah gets past Halo on the start, and ABT battling on those soft tires. Mr. Wilco is the driver defending away as Ray tries to hold something round the outside of a 33 BT. Was not to be on this occasion though, as Kid has had a problem, maybe involved with Djokovic by the look of things. Djokovic is in the gravel earlier on lap 1. On the soft tires was gambled, didn't work, didn't really pay off. Kit's car remains unscathed, though. So does Djokovic's. A bit of an excursion there into the gravel, and I'm sure they'll piss both Kit and Djokovic off as to what happened. That'll have to be determined afterwards. We'll wait and see. But Tess leads the Grand Prix after one lap then, getting past Squidge on the opening couple of meters. So he must have gotten an incredible drive coming down the run into Rouge and Ratty on the test to get by Squidge just where he did. Yellow flags coming through the first corner. I'm not quite sure what that was. I think it was ABT looking at where he's ended up. P16 now after having a decent getaway. Does he have a whole front wing? Yes, he does. But A33BT getting tangled up in something. First lap with attacking DRS then, and it is not to be for Squidge 2017 as of yet. Matty Adam holding back in P3, but they've broken away from Noah and SR Halo as well, and that little battle will ensue for the next couple of laps. Noah on those soft tires, keep in mind. SR Halo on the yellow striped mediums. Mr. Wilco shortly behind as well. A little something with Ray. Could Ray and BT potentially have been entangled up in something? If so, that could be big for the championship. Right now, though, Iwatts is not scoring points. That'll be the second time this season I actually failed to score points in any single NEF1 event. That is how good Iwatts have been, and that is why Red Bull are leading the Constructors' Championship at the moment. Just that added bit of consistency. Whereas Ray has been better over individual races, several podiums this season. He has his off days, and those have been costly. Also, it is worth pointing out that the current Drivers' Championship leader is in the Constructors' fight as well with Red Bull, and he has a significant margin over Matty Adam in the Constructors' fight as well. That's also a very big reason why Red Bull are leading the Constructors' battle. It's not all on Ray and Iwatts, mostly to do with the battle up front as well. But that battle of the P2 drivers is very, very crucial. This is crucial as well. Luna, 9 positions in the 2 opening laps. That's something we rarely see. It's incredible stuff there from Luna. Cesar Halo has been able to get by Noah. The 2 go side by side, and Halo needs to almost take avoiding action on the apex of that would have been turn 5 or 6, wouldn't it? As the gap was rapidly closing on the inside there of Noah. Mr. Wilco's attacking a little bit there as well. So what has gone on with our friend ABT? He's lost quite a bit of ground, having to make up, and now behind Recon and Iwatts. Mackers at the moment sitting well inside of points, and Tiger Octave, who I mentioned, quite enjoys being right up in that midfield. Made his way up the order by 5 positions at the moment. He's currently sitting in P7. He's not far behind Mr. Wilco and Halo in that little battle. Also, the battle between Noah and Halo have left Noah completely detached from the battle up front. 3.7 seconds gap. Squidge has been able to clear Tess and now is almost breaking away by a full second, man, which I think is the goal here. If he's unable, that could be a problem. Matty Adam, what could he do from this P3 position? Just holding back a little bit for the time being is Mr. Wilco and Noah. That is a pit lane entry that I'm very, very uncertain of why it went down the way it did. Is there a front wing change on the card for Noah? No, there is not. So then, that's a bit of a weird excursion all over the track. Tess and Matty Adam remaining in position, then Squidge out in front. That little battle is ongoing, and the soft tires didn't appear to last too long, as here goes Tiger Octave on Ray and up to P5 potentially. If he can make it round the outside, he's got to be very, very careful as to not lose it. But Tiger Octave is running a brilliant race at the moment, and he is past Ray, and now only SSR Halo out in front in the midfield battle. Yellow flags in Sector 2. You would imagine something Wildcat, Darren, or Vita related potentially. Might have just been a bit of an off-going. off circuit, as Darren there has maybe just let PT go for something, so it might have been a bit of a weird moment. If so, good sportsmanship from Darren Stahl, but we don't know quite what has happened. Also, what happened to Noah there, I'm very, very curious of, with the weird pit lane entry that he took, sorry. Now, very early pit stop from soft tires on at the end of lap 3. That's well clear of when we expected anyone to pit. There is a whole front wing on the Aston Martin. So Aston Martin right now running a P17 and 18. In a week from now in real Formula 1, that would look like an absolute dream for Aston Martin if they're running P17 and P18 in Australia. Rumor have it that they'll be retiring straight away, basically only showing up to fulfill legal obligations. We'll wait and see if that's true. Luna up 12 positions now after 5 laps, and well, is turning into a driver of the day performance for the second Alpine. And it is turning into a very, very lovely afternoon. Now, 2 Saubers separating the Alpines, and Tiger Octave, to be fair, is not really gaining time on SR Halo. Holman, though, is gaining time on Octave and is getting by into the braking zone after the Camel Straight. As Recon and Ray have gotten involved in something, so Ray has just lost quite a bit of time by the look of things as well. It's even more yellows in Sector 2 now. It's always that little straight between the chicane and the long sweeping right-hander. There's a lot of yellow flags going around, but no safety cars, no virtual safety cars as of yet. It's always a good sign of a decent race to come. So then, pit stops. We are looking at 1 pit stop for Noah, Iwat, Wiggin, Djokovic and Kit, meaning they'll have to do 1 more. Everyone outside those drivers previously mentioned has 2 pit stops to go. But what a race at the moment from the Alpine. 6 and 12 positions up respectively. A combined gain. 18 positions in 6 laps. As Tess goes into the pit lane early here, lap 6 out of 22. That's very, very early pit stop for Tess, who elected to go for a set of hard tires. The question is, though, traffic-wise, where does he come out? He can't be held up too much, but he's going to be coming out. And he is actually going to find a pocket of air then, just behind Recon. It will take him about a lap to catch up, you would assume. 1.8 seconds behind, so that's actually a decent pit stop for Tess. Be able to run at a decent pace for a little while before he gets tangled up with this train that involves Recon, Ray, Lucas, Hall, and then there's scrapping going on out in front, Mr. Wilco, Tiger Octave, as Tiger goes very, very wide for whatever reason. I don't know quite how it happened, and now gets involved with Holman. Goes a little bit wide. That's a weird incident, but it's very much a racing incident by the look of things. Mr. Wilco then getting by Octave, who went overly defensive potentially, and that allowed a little battle with Holman, who had a move for it, didn't work out, and it is what it is. Whereas Luna disappeared. Luna is P13 at the moment, but I believe hard tires have gone on that car. Yep, first pit stop of the race has been completed for Luna, and hard tires it is. Now, where is Tess in all of this? He is now caught up behind Recon, and this could be an advantage for Squidge and Matty to start pulling away a little bit from Tess. He needs to get past Wanto. And he's going to do so at earliest convenience. Squidge then goes into the pit lane. Matty Adam decides to go a little bit longer and stay out. Matthew's been very anonymous this race so far. It's mostly the racing action being between Squidge and Tess. It's not really been action as well. That'll be putting a very, very nice nice label on it. There's been position swaps, let's just say that. As Tess and Squidge then will be close on the exit actually. Squidge just going to be able to come out ahead of the Red Bull. However, the Red Bull with the better speed. And the DRS goes to who here? It'll be very, very close on the DRS detection. Squidge massively quicker, going up their route. Medium tires versus hard tires, and that is Squidge with the DRS as well. Now he has got to make the most of those medium tires and break away. It's an early pit stop. This could be huge for Squidge. The problem, he's got Ray behind, and Ray would love nothing further than to just hold these two drivers up for about a sector or two, and I don't think he's going to be driving incredibly fast in order to allow them any sort of pace whatsoever. Not really any places where you can just really slam on the brakes around this particular track, but you don't really have to accelerate too hard out of corners. As here goes Squidge going off the circuit in order to try an overtake, but he might actually be able to force his way down the inside there. And he gets the move done. As for Tess, what is he going to be able to do? That will be a tracking warning for Squidge, if nothing else you would imagine. And as for Tess, he's going to be able to blast past shortly, or he'll have to blast past. Going down the run into the bus stop chicane. There's a gap there, and he goes for it, and he gets the job done. Matty Adam then into the pit lane after a little bit of help from his teammate. Hard Tires goes on, doesn't get stuck in the pit lane, but well, the McLaren come out in comparison to the Ferrari behind on that medium tire. I believe that outlap been a bit more successful for Squidge and Tess than it has been for Matty Adam, who will slot in right behind Tess, actually about a second back, second two, but on newer tires. The problem is Squidge now then on that brand new medium tire, and he's going to fly past Holman here as well, and he has massively established an advantage now. 1.6 seconds. Medium tires versus hard tires, and is not a comparison. And realistically, overtaking around here doesn't seem to be difficult. Could you perhaps even be looking at a tactical free stop? It's not a massively long pit lane. Overtaking seems relatively simple. Could you be looking at a potential free stop for certain people here just to avoid that hard tire? Because the amount of time that Tess is losing over the course of one lap to his championship rival at the moment is concerning. A couple of laps like that, you've driven in a pit stop, and especially over 2 free stints, you've done it quite easily. I usually do a couple of really, really bad strategy takes over the course of the season. That might be one of them, but it just feels like a free stopper isn't off the table, especially with stuff like this going on. Virtual safety car, for whatever reason. We have an A33 BT who is causing problems in Sector 2 at the moment, and is lagging quite heavily for just a moment there. Back on circuit though, and I'm guessing Matty would have loved to just stayed out another lap just now as this goes on. Lap 8 out of 22. Could you bolt on a new set of hard tires and try to go to the end? That is what Squidge is going to be trying to do for certain. Pullman doing the same. Tess doing the same. Matty is staying out. He's going for it. He is going bold. He's got the hard tires on, but the advantage that he has got to bring out now got to be quite big. It's a good opportunity for both Squidge and Tess to pit, especially since they'll get away with a full pit stop under virtual safety car conditions, as this has not gone well for Matty Adam. You can feel that already as he's going up a Rouge and Radion. Squidge already out of pit lane and going through a Rouge and Radion almost, as we are going back to racing speed by the look of things. And that is strategy neutralized for both. Actually, Tess medium tire. Surely he won't be able to get 13 laps out of a set of medium tires. Oh well, Tess is on mediums, ladies and gentlemen. He's already completed his 2 stops along with Luna and Mackers. Djokovic Wigan has done the same. We're still under virtual safety car conditions that are turned into full safety car conditions. And let me tell you this, what was really bad for Matty has turned into even worse for Matty Adam, as now the field will be completely bunched up. He had nothing to lose from going into pit lane when he could have. The only thing he has now is track position, but he is essentially now a full pit stop behind. What is interesting now, Tess on the mediums. No real effect from 3 second time penalties so far, only Wildcat having collected one. Oh, but this has thrown a spanner in the works for Matty Adam, let me tell you that much. Noah as well, medium tires, one stop, didn't want to come in, so did the Sar Halo. As for Squidge, this has placed him on a perfect strategy to the end, and the title will most likely go to the end as well. Matty's had no choice, he's got to come into the pit lane now with a full safety car van. But the question is, how many positions will he lose? Squidge is going to be able to stay out, he'll inherit the lead of the Grand Prix comfortably. Who behind Matty is coming in? Not too many is the answer to that question, but a fair few. Matty, this has actually worked out alright for him. Fresh medium tires, he'll come out. Is that Tess just ahead, just behind? Who had position there? Was it Tess? Was it Matty? They're running side by side with each other. Tess has the position just in the end. And to be fair, that worked out quite well for Matty. Now on fresh medium tires. 12 laps to go. I doubt those will go to the end. They might just. Whereas Squidge on the hard tires, you would imagine is going to go to the end no matter what. Is Tess and Matty potentially just fancying that free stop that I was speaking about? Or do they think they have enough tire deg to carry these all the way to the end of the race? We're not even halfway through yet. It feels like a lot of stuff has already gone on. Situation ongoing is this: are the medium tires going to be good enough to carry you the end of this Grand Prix? I've been very wrong in predictions like this before, so I'm just going to basically stay quiet on that point and not even gonna try to guess. What's interesting now as well is that Holman, Tiger Octave, Mr. Wilco inside the top 10 did not elect to pit again. As for Tiger Octave, that's a very bold choice. The man who was running in such a good position, now in that position, has been severely compromised. I would assume though he's on a relatively fresh set of tires, 3 lap old mediums. All those laps would be under safety car conditions. First safety car we've had a little bit of time as well. So who out of tire shot is going to pit again? Kit is not going to make the end of the Grand Prix, we can establish that. Recon Lucas, 3 lap old hard tires, that'll be very touch and go. Same for 1980s Wildcat, sitting back in P16. And potentially all the medium runners is what I'm very curious about. So we're not going to have safety car in this lap still. You would assume that's because APT is running an absolute mile behind on fresh hard tires, so I'll wait until he hopefully catches up on this next lap. Meanwhile, the further this race goes on like this, the more it benefits Tess and Matty. Now both of them completed their pit strategies, though, is something you've got to look at. Holman needs to pit again. Both Tess and Matty have cleared their pit lane strategies, run different tire compounds. Everyone who's pitted twice is in the clear. A couple of people need to pit one more time at least, but that is the guys who have only pitted once. You can see that on the left hand side of your screen just now. 2 stop in comparison to 1 stop. Right now, Holman, Tiger Octave, Mr. Wilco, Darren, Lucas Hull, Recon, Ray W25 and Kit all need to come into the pit lane one more time this Grand Prix in order to have the race result stand. A33 BT, you would imagine it's going to be relatively happy with the state of the safety car, but the qualifying that was very impressive has turned into less impressive now, unfortunately, with that incident. So we must have completely missed. On board with Noah on the back of Mr. Wilco. SSR Halo, having completed 2 pit stops, at an advantage to both Holman, Octave and Mr. Wilco out in front. Darren behind as well. This could provide for a couple of decent surprise points finishes. You would imagine someone like Kit, for example, is going to be slightly frustrated by the fact that he hasn't pitted twice, because this safety car comes out at the perfect time in order to aid the guys who have already stopped twice, or who did stop the second time when the safety car came. So then, the safety car is coming in this lap then. Squidge will set the pace for this restart. And when the safety cars come into the pit lane, then it is free to start again. I would like to remind everyone, no weaving on the safety car restart, keep single file formation. As there goes the restart then. Squidge 2017 rounds the bus stop chicane for the 11th time, and he has Holman to try to break away from as a roadblock potentially to Tess and Matty Adam. Now then, let's see. Recon is out of this race in the... What has gone on with Recon there? I'm afraid I can't see it. And we have a virtual safety car. What went on with Recon just then? What went on with Recon just then? I have no clue. 1980s Wildcat, new front wing, virtual safety car once again in this Grand Prix. 10-second time penalty. Kit for a severe collision with Djokovic can be investigated after the race. Should the penalty still be on Kit? Could just be a minor tap through whatever reasons during the virtual safety car. We'll wait and see if we get a clip on it. But a incident like that can be investigated and removed after the race. Just keep that in mind. So, the virtual safety car ongoing. Squidge 0.7 of a second ahead of Holman. I would have assumed Squidge would have wanted to get on with this, not lose his entire opening lap without DRS to a virtual safety car, which is essentially what is going on right now. Squidge's chance of breaking away has just decreased significantly. Here we go then. We're back up to racing speed by the look of things. Just touch and go then. Darren. Drive-through penalty speeding under the virtual safety car. Unfortunate for Darren's style, who's up to P9. The question is, how quickly will he serve that? I believe he's got to serve one more pit stop as well. Yeah, that's Darren. That's Darren's afternoon, going from decent to very, very bad, unfortunately. Mr. Wilco and Tiger Octaf then battling the bus stop chicane, and Noah is getting involved as well, as there's a car that flew into the pit lane. I didn't realize it was the pit lane at first. Just looked like someone was committing a seppuku going into the final corner. However, that would have been Darren Style going to serve his drive-through. Squidge then just quickly ahead of Holman, Tess and Matty. As for this little battle now, DRS is enabled for SSR Halo on Mr. Wilco. Squidge and Tess have been able to get... Oh, sorry, Holman has been able to get by Squidge for the lead of this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Medium tires working out a treat for the Sauber. Let's see if he's able to break away. Holman looking for his first win in NEF1. Could he come here at the Belgian Grand Prix? He's got a big job if he wants to do it, but it is not impossible with a nicely timed virtual safety car. If he can start breaking away, we do know that Tess, Matty and Squidge have a tendency to start doing a little bit of infighting whenever there are points up for grabs. Mackers has had a problem heading down into Puan. He's down to P16 with 9 laps to go, and his 2 pit stops already completed. That's going to be a tough ask for him to recover anything from this race, and the race that looked so promising for both the Alpines right now is looking very, very dark for Tiger Octaf. It is looking decent though for Luno. Started this race in last, now sitting in P10 and inside the points, just comfortable at the moment. Unchallenged from Ray behind right now, just trying to get up a bit closer to Lucas Hull. who is involved in this little train all the way up into P5 and Mr. Wilco. As here we go then, there's side-by-side action going on, Mr. Wilco and SSR Halo. Is that going to force Mr. Wilco a little bit wide coming out of the first corner? No, it is not. But SSR Halo is going to get a beautiful run going up Rouge and Radion. And here we go. Are we about to have the freeway fight we've been aching for the championship leaders? This is going to allow Holman to maybe have a chance to break away. Matty down the inside of Tessen 2. Keep it very, very clean. Matty Joe forces himself ahead, but somehow they actually gain time on Holman by doing those types of bravados, which is absolutely insane. Squidge comes out the loser in that battle simply due to the fact less battery, less DRS, I believe, as well. But somehow Holman had a 1 second advantage going into the straight, and he had a 5 second or 5/10 advantage coming out of the straight, which is impressive from Matty and Tess. However, Holman, I think, will be scratching his head at the moment, saying, what on earth can I do to shake these three guys? Mr. Wilco behind is just going to be feeling, okay, what can I possibly do to help Holman as much as I can this race right now, because he is holding up the rest of the field. They are 5 seconds behind Squidge at the moment, who is struggling on those hard tires to keep up with both Matty, Tess and Holman at the moment. Question is, are the medium tires going to last as Matty Adam goes by Holman on the outside into the bus stop chicane? And is that a move that's necessarily strategic from Matty Adam? I don't quite think so. He'll now have to defend from his life down at Rouge and Radion. Unless Tess tries something on Holman, Matty might be easy grabbings up this next rate. But here we go, then we'll go on board with Holman. Look behind, where is Tess going to be coming up after Radion? About 6/10 back. Matty though, definitely within striking range, as here goes Holman on the McLaren, side by side once again into the braking zone, and Holman's going to be covering off that braking zone by the time we get to it. Mr. Wilco out of this session. We'll give him an invite back. I don't know quite what's happened. Try to act as quick as we can. There we go, an invite has been sent down. Hopefully that doesn't affect Mr. Wilco's race too much. However, it has let Noah and SR Halo go. So unfortunate that for Mr. Wilco, who was running a decent strategy up until then, especially for the team. So Holman then still leads Matty, Adam, Tess and Squidge. Noah running a defensive race right now on SR Halo. Mr. Wilco thankfully has been able to get back into the lobby, but not before losing a couple of positions. Luna's next up in line. After that is Lucas Hull, Iwat and Djokovic. Yellow flags. Lucas Hull is out of this race. And how has that occurred is the question. Massive damage on the racing line coming out of the fast right-left chicane. And Lucas Hull is out of the Belgian Grand Prix. We do have a full safety car. That is going to send Holman straight into pit lane. It sends Tess into the pit lane as well. It leaves Matty out of it. Squidge comes in. Noah stays out then. Now it's interesting. Halo stays out. How many people stay out and get in front of Tess and Squidge is not going to be too many, unfortunately, for Matty Adam, who will have a couple of laps worth of defensive masterclass to do here. The three-stopper looks like the way it's going to be. Tess and Squidge down in... where will they come out is the question. P7 and 9. Both the... oh, and this is a problem for Mr. Wilco. Oh no, and this, I don't think he got control of his car before the pit lane entry. The game won't register. This is a two-stop race. Mr. Wilco driving out his frustrations there, you would imagine. This was the perfect opportunity for Mr. Wilco to go into the pit lane and serve that second pit stop. He is going to tank right out of those points. And that is an unfortunate end to Mr. Wilco's race. He's going to be able to do nothing about this as well. So unfortunate that for Mr. Wilco, who now realistically can only do what he can to support his teammate. Tess and Squidge though have got quite a bit of traffic to get through in order to get up to Matty in the lead of the Grand Prix. Can they do so with about 4 laps worth of racing at the end of the safety car? Kit right now sitting very much at the back on 3 pit stops, P18, 28 seconds back. He's going to be extending this safety car by at least 1 more lap. And as for Holman, you'd have to assume that he's coming in at the end of this lap and soft tires on. Fastest lap at the moment goes to Matty Adam, who now has a serious chance of winning this Grand Prix. It all depends on what Tess and Squidge is able to do. Tess on slightly newer hard tires, Squidge on slightly newer medium tires. None of them on completely fresh rubber. They are out of it after the amount of pit stops we've had this race. Matt is staying out then, 6-lap-old medium tires. Noah then on 6-lap-old hard tires could very much be a threat here with the tire deck being the way it is. Noah still chasing that first NEF1 win. Could it come in spectacular fashion here in Belgium with a good strategy call to go onto the hards at the end? Getting a bit lucky with a safety car as well, but such is the name of the game. Sometimes you need luck to go in your direction. Could Noah challenge for the win of this race, as a beat has been disqualified for being parked in a dangerous location? So I don't know what's gone on with that, but that is a BT out of this race. Safety car stays out for 1 more lap. We'll have 5 laps probably. Lap 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 laps of racing action at the end of this safety car, providing it comes in at the end of this lap. Hopefully it should. The longer this goes on, the worse it is for both Tess and Squidge. Mr. Wilco was able to come out in P15, however he came out on 7-lap-old medium tires. As a BT saying his love for this game knows no bounds, and I don't know quite what has happened. You would imagine then it is a frustrated ABT who's had some sort of a game issue that saw him disqualified somewhere around that final straight before the bus stop chicane. That's a painful night for ABT. Both last week out in Hungary, potentially with a chance at a podium. Went away after an incident with Luna, now a chance at points. Went away early this race, and then the race went from bad to worse. Out here on lap 16 out of 7 or 16 out of 22 at the Belgian Grand Prix. A track where he's done decent at in the past as well. So unfortunate stuff there for Mr. A33 BT. Hello to everyone watching as well. Hopefully you are enjoying what you're seeing. We have a couple of laps left to go in the Belgian Grand Prix, and a race that's been a little bit back and forth. Mandatory 2-stop race. He's Matty Adam in the lead of it with a couple of laps to go. The safety car is coming in this lap, and Matty will be controlling the pace of this restart. Noah behind from SSR Halo, Luna, Holman, and then we have Tess, Iwatts, and Squidge. They've got traffic to clear. Will they be able to? Single file formation until Matty restarts this race, which he's able to do at any point from now. When will he decide to go? How long will he wait? He doesn't wait long at all, and he allows actually Noah to maybe just get a little bit of a slipstream on him. You can just see how Noah starts gaining time towards the end of that straight. Lock up for Matty, lock up for Noah. Goes massively, and that's a racing time penalty, and that is the shot that Noah had to win in this Grand Prix that just disappeared. The question now is, how quickly can Matty break away from Noah on this opening lap? He'll have to do it to defend away from Tess, who'll be charging up the field in the next couple of laps. Matty has not won a race for quite a number of weeks now, but can he win Belgium 10 seasons on to the point from where he won this Grand Prix to seal his one and only Drivers' Championship? It would be a story. SSR Halo looking for his first podium, and NEF1 Luna looking for her second. Holman will be disappointed with the way his season's gone so far. Can he challenge? Tess is coming up, and he is coming up at a rate of knots. What can Matty do now from P1 on a worn set of medium tires versus Tess on significantly fresher hards. Crucial for Matty is to break away from Noah at the end of this lap. He needs that gap to be over a second. Noah then you would assume, want to stay with Matty to protect himself from that free second time penalty as much as he can. How are the driving skills of Matty Adam around this circuit? So many years on now from when he won here back in season 2. 1980s Wildcat, 3 second time penalty, and we have another full call safety car at the end of, and how is that a full safety car? That's only gonna last probably until the end of this next lap, until the end of lap 19. But that does screw over Matty Adams somewhat. We'll have to stay out now. Noah with that 3 second time penalty. It's bad news for him. Tess has not really made any progress early on here. Holman, Luna, Halo and Noah are the guys he'll have to take within a short matter of laps if he wants to have a go at Matty Adam. Controlled the last restart very nicely. However, Kit, Mr. Wilco, Wildcat and Ray all diving into the pit lane. Mr. Wilco, I thought he'd already put on 4 medium tires. It's fresh medium tires going on this time around. Fresh medium tires for Mr. Wilco and maybe a chance at a fastest lap. I don't know why he didn't put softs on, to be fair, but that's besides the point. Macker's staying out then. 10 lap old hard tires. It's questionable, but it's understandable as well. Do we have any surprise points finishes this race? Not really. Even though it's been a very much of a carnage race, must be said Luna has done amazing to start P20 and right now in P4 as well, undisputed. Old hard tires though, are those going to be enough versus Holman and Tess? The final couple of racing laps. As Tess is pointing out, what's the reason for the safety car? I have no clue what went on to trigger this last safety car, to be fair. I didn't see a yellow flag even. But it does bunch the field up for an IndyCar style, NASCAR style finish. So wait and see. We'll be coming in at the end of this lap no matter what in terms of how the game is coded, if I'm not mistaken. So Matty will have 3 laps to defend from Noah, Halo, Luna, Pullman, Den, Tess and Squidge. How many cars can they overtake per lap? They'll need to average 2 as well as Matty Adam. The safety car lights are not turning off. Why are the safety car lights not turning off? Turn off, turn off, turn off. Well, don't turn off now because we'll compromise Matty massively for the restart. Are we going to be on the safety car for yet another lap here? Yes, we will be. We will be. We'll have 2 racing laps at the end to decide the winner of this Grand Prix. The final lap will be the only lap with DRS available. And this is helping out Matty Adam massively on those worn medium tires. Now he is... let's just say the Aston Martin safety car is screwing over the Aston Martin of Noah royally here with that 3 second time penalty as well. Why that safety car stayed out another lap though, I genuinely don't have a clue of. This is taking away what could actually be quite an interesting race finish. In terms of the Constructors' Championship as well, this is quite big. Matty right now outscoring Red Bull by a significant amount. Ferrari as well. It is very unfortunate for Matty Adam to not have Ray there this week. Maybe being able to go for the fastest lap, I would have just compromised Matty's Drivers' Championship at this stage. Drivers' Championship with a result like this that looks a little bit more alive than it did a moment ago. But on the safety car van for the remainder of this lap as well, and I can just sense the frustration as well from especially Tess and Squidge right now, but everyone wanting to get a move on who came in for new tires. Kit, Wilco, Ray, Wildcat, they're stuck on those new tires. They'll not be able to use for more than 2 laps now. So then everyone fully charged up batteries for this restart. No exceptions, no excuses. Matty, 2 laps to survive Noah and Halo's onslaught. Here we go, and the safety car is coming in this lap. Now, Matty needs to have a clean restart in order to make anything of this. Tess and Squidge needs to keep it calm and collected, but they need to move past Holman and Luna immediately here on this opening lap if they even want a chance at Matty Adam. So when will Matty decide to go? 10-second time penalty for Ray for a severe collision with Mr. Wilco. I said that can be investigated after the race, but that is only set to confirm Ray in last place basically. Matty is holding on to this restart for as long as he can. Decides to go at roughly the same place Ray did last time out. He catches Noah unaware this time as well. Lock up on those cold tires into the bus stop chicane. Noah doesn't fall for it quite as easily this time around. Matty gets a mega exit, and now it is 2 laps to go of the Belgian Grand Prix. The 10 seasons ago, and about 5 years ago. So Matty to his first NEF1 title. Can he do a repeat here for the race win? Not the title, obviously. SR Halo, Luna next to Tess, going up a route, and this could end disastrously if not careful. Luna maintains position on Tess. Squidge goes around the outside of the Red Bull. No DRS for the time being, and Tess is boxed in here. Luna, if she sticks to the outside, has Tess covered off. Squidge dives down the inside to make contact. Squidge with an ambitious dive. Luna keeps a hold of the position. But right now, they are losing too many seconds. SSR Halo is on his way to his first NEF1 podium. Noah might just be able to survive this with the battle going on before afterwards as well. Moving to yet another podium this season. 1 lap to go, and Matty is in full control. Tess has lost several positions. He is without a front wing here, and the Belgian Grand Prix, he's not without a front wing, sorry, I saw M-plates, I saw carbon fiber flying off. He's not without a front wing, but he is down in P10 and out here. Squidge 2017 in P5, Matty in P1, and this is going to be a recovery and a half for Matty in the Drivers' Championship, and it could be Championship back on with a couple of races left to go in this season. Tess needs to get by Macas now, so you can get by Iwat and Djokovic potentially on the final lap of this Grand Prix. Luna now has Squidge to deal with coming up behind. Halo will inherit a position on Noah by proxy. I don't think he's too asked battling for anything this Grand Prix. I don't think he is going to be able to get a hold of the win. I think he realizes that. The best thing for Noah as well is just driving right now, trying to stay clear of Luna and Squidge. Tess has been able to get by Mackers, and now you would imagine Iwatts and Tess swapping positions then just for that Drivers' Championship, because right now it is taking a swing in Matty's favor, and after I thought the drama would be concluded, it is not. Halo moves past Noah on circuit. Noah defends that move quite heavily, in fact. Luna and Squidge. Luna with a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Squidge then should inherit that position potentially. Luna lets him go. That 3-second time penalty, I don't know how it happened, but it could massively compromise Luna's end to this Grand Prix as well. Should not be removed after the race. Corner cutting penalties can be removed if warranted. SSR Halo then is moving for his first podium of the season. 10 seasons ago though, to the exact. Matty Adam, after a dominant display throughout the entirety of Season 2, won the Drivers' Championship, and he did so at Belgium. I remember announcing it right around this straight is where I started the monologue then, is where I started the monologue now. It's been a rough season for Matty. It could be a season where he would have been within well and true championship contention. He still is in contention. He's had a couple of results go against him. Now, though, he gets one back. A race that looked difficult for him turns into brilliance, and it's Matty Adam who wins the Belgian Grand Prix. SSR Halo takes his first podium in NEF1. Squidge just gets a podium there in the end, just edging out Noah by a couple attempts of a second, and Djokovic recovers up to P5. That is a brilliant recovery there in the end. Holman gets P6 there, followed by Tess in P7 as my result screen disappeared. Mr. Wilco in 8th, followed by Iwat in 9th, and Luna in 10th, with a 3-second time penalty that I'm sure will be reviewed. Keep that in mind. Matty Adam wins the Belgian Grand Prix, and that is going to be a feel-good moment for his season. Is it going to be a turnaround moment for his championship campaign as well? I will wait and see, but a couple of races still to go here. The mandatory 2-stop race that very, very much delivered. Oh, what an end to the Belgian Grand Prix. Hopefully we can get the result screen up so we can actually see what went on, because the game, for whatever reason, likes to take away my result screen at the end of Grand Prix, and it does so once again. So thank you very, very much, game. But we can establish that Matty got the win of the Belgian Grand Prix from SSR Halo's first podium and Squidge 2017 with a decent recovery there right at the end. Next week out, then, we are heading to the Red Bull Ring in Austria for what promises to be another race like this, full of overtakes, full of drama, and full of storylines. The championship is very much still alive here, and you can see with one race we can have a massive, massive championship swing. We shall wait and see what goes on next week out in Austria then. Thank you very much for watching this rendition of New Era F1 Esports Season 11. The championship is rounding up. It's coming into the final 5-6 weeks of racing. We hope you have enjoyed this one. Until next week then, thank you very much for watching. We will see you once again next week out when NEF1 returns. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one, stay safe, and peace out.